National security will be a featured topic at tonight's first presidential debate. A new Bloomberg national poll finds 24% of Americans believe the threat from terrorists and ISIS is the most important issue facing the country. Fox News host and anchor Bill O'Reilly takes on one of the country's pivotal national security decisions in his latest book. It is called Killing the Rising Sun: How America Vanquished World War II, Japan. It offers a gripping look at the country's use of the atomic bomb, and it is the latest in his Killing series with Martin Dugard. The book is currently #1 on the New York Times and USA Today bestseller list. Bill O'Reilly is here, and we're pleased to have him back. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know why you guys keep inviting me back. I'm so boring, particularly in the morning.
I know, you're not a good talker. We keep asking that. Why do we keep having him back?
But you love the series, and you love the movies that are being made about some of these books. But let's talk about the debate tonight first.
Sure.
What are you looking for? What do each of these candidates have to do?
I think Secretary Clinton has the advantage. She's been there before. It's like sports. You've been there before, takes a little bit of the edge off, and so I think she has the advantage. She's well-versed on policy. She can deal with pretty much any issue you put in front of her. So you'd have to say, handicapping it, she has the advantage.
Is it an advantage for her that she's been one-on-one before often, and he's generally been with a variety of
Sure,
candidates?
because the camera doesn't lie, and when you have 17 guys up there and your airtime is limited, the mistakes don't really matter because there's too much clutter. But one-on-one, with everybody analyzing every word you say, every syllable you say, it's a lot harder.
One-on-one, 90 minutes with no break. And you recently asked Donald Trump on your show, are you going to, quote, take Hillary apart? And he said, I have no idea.
Right.
Did you believe that answer from him?
Yeah, I do. I think he's a counterpuncher. I think they have two tracks. I think the Trump track is that he's going to try to portray the country as being in a serious crisis. All right, that's what he's going to do. But if she starts at him, then he's got 5 or 6 bang, bang, bang. You saw it over the weekend that the Clinton campaign invited Mark Cuban to sit there, and that was, you know, a little of this, to Trump. So what does he do? He one-ups it with Jennifer Flowers. But that's the kind of thing that if he hits Trump, then Trump's going to come back with, you know, fairly well-rehearsed lines that he has.
That's the theater of this debate, and there certainly has been a lot of that in this campaign. But in terms of substance and the one-on-one, many of the papers this weekend sort of took apart Donald Trump in terms of detailing the number of factual inaccuracies that he has laid out during this campaign. How do you think that plays itself out tonight?
It doesn't. I mean, viewers don't really care about nitpicking.
Facts?
Not about facts. Trump portrays himself as a generalist, the big picture guy. Country's in trouble. I'm going to fix it. I'm the master negotiator. His supporters and those who may vote for him who are undecided accept the fact that he's not a guy who's going to be teaching at Princeton political science. They accept it. The voter is going to be looking at how they conduct themselves tonight.
How significant do you think the momentum he has now is?
The basket of deplorables really hurt her because that's condescending, speaking down. Americans, even if they don't like him, don't like that. There's been so many things about her. She comes off as an ice queen. And again, this is a lot of personality involved in this election, a lot of personality.
You said that was a condescending comment, but Bill, some people would say some of the things Donald Trump has said has been very condescending to a wide variety of people. Do you think that matters?
And he's been called a misogynist and a racist and all of this other business. So I think you have two candidates who are have heavy deficits going into this debate.
The book is called Killing the Rising Sun, about the decision to drop the atomic bomb. Give us the drama of that decision-making.
I mean, when I started researching this book, I mean, Martin Dugard does the heavy-duty research. I didn't know, for example, that Eisenhower didn't want to drop the bomb. Eisenhower, the commander in Europe, said no. He told Truman not to do it. I'm not going to tell you why because I want you to read the book, but it's fascinating. MacArthur, the commander in the Pacific, didn't want to drop the bomb either. I will tell you why, because he wanted the glory of the invasion. All right, but the invasion would have killed probably about 4 to 5 million people. So Truman basically was there.
But you said Billy makes a decision, Truman, and he isn't really quite sure what the bomb is.
He didn't really know because FDR, Franklin Roosevelt, who dies in Georgia with his mistress in the room. I mean, that's another fascinating story. He never even talked to Truman. He thought Truman was a clerk, all right? Truman never got briefed. He didn't know anything. And then Eleanor calls him to the White House and says he's dead. And Truman goes, is there anything I can do for you, Mrs. Roosevelt? And he looks at her and he goes, is there anything I can do for you? You're in trouble now. Truman knew nothing. And then he gets all of this stuff because they're in Los Alamos. They're researching the bomb. And then he has to get up to speed on what it is. He had no idea.
I mean, it's interesting, the long lens of history, though, on that decision. I mean, you have Carter and both Bushes writing letters supporting the decision.
Yeah, I asked all 5 living presidents to write me a personal letter whether they would have supported Truman to drop the bomb. 3 did, the 2 Bushes and Carter. And all 3 said yes. Now, President Obama didn't, because, and this is speculation, I don't think he would have dropped the bomb. Clinton didn't because he didn't want to get into a controversy with his wife running for president, but I think Clinton would have dropped it.
Some of your critics say the killing series, it's time for the killing to stop, Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, you know, we only
enough.
sell between 2 and 3 million books each time.
All right.
So, yeah. I think
Bill.
some of the critics may be a little jealous, Gail, but maybe.
That's just you.
Just me.
All right.
Thank you,
Got
Bill.
3 more coming.
Killing the Rising Sun is on sale now.
And you can watch tonight's debate right here on CBS. Our live coverage begins at 9 Eastern, 8 Central.